love nature being wild because it means you can piss on yourself. I put my beverage down and my camera down. I took a piss and I almost pissed right into my can. And I pissed on my camera. That sounds like anyway, welcome to the beginning of my day. It is a good day. These are all rose hips, I think. Anyway. It is a good day. It is a good day. I want to say that within 2 kilometers of my home, I have been stalked just in the last year by 4 different women, most of whom I'm either coming to the store where they work or I'm walking by their house, and I've been stalked by all of them. I no longer walk by that house. I no longer shop in these places. On top of which, if I complain, the RCMP starts stalking me. In fact, throughout my life, from being mutilated in my home, and robbed, and everything else, the RCMP are always there to hurt me even more. Isn't that something? These fat, fucking crusted pieces of shit who have cut a bloody swath through history on these lands and sit around living off the government tit, like so many other services in Canada, but they don't do fuck all with their lives except sit in their fucking cars all day and rob people of their fucking hard-earned, disgusting financial instruments. They take people's time and they take people's safety away. They don't give anything. I came home, I saw one police car at the intersection, I had a nightmare. These fucking people scare the fuck out of me. Just making any kind of contact with me. Right? I understand having crime deterrence, but it's different. I've never committed a crime in my life and I'm terrified of it because I've been criminalized by them. Right? I literally have evidence of being criminalized by them. An RCMP officer told someone I know that they weren't going to press charges with the person who mutilated me because he thought I was a criminal type person. Right? Just because they took to take a look at me. Right? This is what I meet an incarnation of this fucker every year of my life. What's more interesting than how disgusting CMP are is the physiological profile of people with similar attitudes toward me. And I met an RCMP officer who with me last summer. Same physical profile as the other one 25 years earlier. They look the same and they think the same and they behave the same. Right? The same thing as the women who attacked me, stalking me. I eat at one place. The woman started stalking me the moment I came in the store to the last day I left. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They consider this flirtation? Having a good time, motherfuckers? You fucking cunt weevils. Right? And you're doing what you're doing, and I can get upset about it. That's interesting. Anyway, this is the first video of my day. Need to get some gloves on. Listen to that raven. Strong, clear-cut, wise, creative. Some people are scared of the raven. So I said to my home today, I break it down into less passionate little bits of information. I said, within a kilometer of this area, I've been stalked by 3 different women, for instance, in 3 different areas or businesses or residences. And the interesting thing, in every case, I was bringing myself the meat, as it were. The prey was coming to the predator. Just going about my day, right? The prey was coming to the predator. 3 of them. 3 different ages, probably 19, 25, and 40. All 3 stalking me. Not the only one. I have stalkers all over the place. So I'm hoping this fucker, I basically energetically told her to leave by the summer solstice. And I hope that she'll find some other fucking place to live. Fucking deadbeat. I don't like women, but I find that it's useful. You know, cults, like say the police, like cults, where you have members who are prone to make egregious misjudgments about human beings because they come onto a scene and they go from, hey, I'm a normal person with good judgment, to a really perverted judgment very quickly. And once they form it, they hold on to it, right? It's just what they do as people anyway. It's like brain mechanics. They're just going to do that. And once they slip date, right, and they come into a tense situation and slip into that state, they don't lose it. Right? Probably found it hard to believe that people who had done very things would even want anything to do with the police, but they had no fear for them. They had no reason to fear the police. They could do whatever they wanted to me. If you hurt me, you bug me, I'm not going to call the RCMP. I'm going to take care of it myself. There's nothing to be afraid of but me and the forces of nature. You want to mug me? Right? You want to intimidate my mother? Which, by the way, my mother, by the local BC Transit, who's never even taken a transit station, and by the RCMP. Right? But they don't think of it that way. Right? Creating fear in my household. Right? They're bullies. They're fat fucks. All of them. Fat, ugly fucks. And you see the kind of power they have. Right? Leverage. No more leverage than the average bully who will find circumstances where they are at some kind of advantage over their prey. Except the police have been given extra advantage because they're really cowardly bullies. Right? And they get dressed up in their costumes and they have an advantage in assaulting people. These people are not human anymore. Right? Maybe we get rid of all of them and fix the earth. Because they are the true criminals. Right? You get rid of police forces, you know, everyone will be more. People lie to themselves. They say, oh, they make them feel more comfortable. You know, in the 15 years I've lived here, I've seen one police officer patrol the boardwalk during the summer. Actually get out of their fucking car and ride a bike. Right? All happy-go-lucky with the public. Right? All these old people who are going to commit some kind of crime today. Oh, wow. Because there's just so much crime. Most of it goes on in these towns as organized crime. And the police are never going to do anything about that. Right? That's above their pay grade. In fact, it's well within their pay grade. You never hear anything. When people talk, these communities, you never hear anything about any drug dealer being arrested. Any found out, nothing. Right? There are predators all over the place. In the local university, I found professors who are meth dealers and predators. Right? Who acquaint children with gun running. Right? Connected to organized crime. And they're getting paid by you or by the public to teach your children how to do media studies. Right? It's useless. This is our warm-up part of our day. We're going to get to the Orange Bridge. Yeah, I could tell you word for word all of my interactions with police in my life, and it would chill your blood. These are not normal people. They don't have reason. Right? They've been given a master class status in different townships and cities, counties around the world. They have a master class status, right? And guess who they're going to prey on the most? Underclasses, right? Who don't speak the right way or look the right way. In fact, if I had charged my brother with a crime which no police officer was going to do. I was very safe telling the RCMP what my brother and his friends had done to me because I knew he wasn't going to do anything. You could tell by the tone of voice, look in his body. When you're dealing with a sexual predator, you can just read their body language, right? That's how they get away with it, because people's idea of body language is very dubbed down. But the police are sexual predators, the teachers are sexual predators, the therapists. You just have to look at their body language, right? You don't give a fuck. I've talked to so many sexual predators and therapists. It's been written all over their body language. They don't, first off, they don't read your body language. They don't care. They're in a delusional dimension. They don't care about what you really mean. The ideal therapist that you're taught growing up is that they would intuitively pick up on what you're feeling and empathize with you, but they don't do that. Right? And one day I'm going to write a more consistent writing or essay about why I think this is, because I've got a mind that can connect many diverse forms of communication and religion to show you why lots of different people are fooling you and making money on it, making the leverage and a violence potential introduced into the human language around helping people and thinking you're a sensitive person who can do that. But yeah, the RCMP officer I talked to was a sexual predator, and I knew he wasn't going to do anything about it. If he had, my brother wouldn't have a job or any life today whatsoever. There are predators among us, all right? And they're usually weak people, but they know how to take advantage of situations based on fear. Curse them all. Curse anything and everyone that's ever made you feel unsafe in your home. When you're walking outside, you should feel completely safe. So I'm not going to call the police, right? I've been sexually assaulted over the last, I've worked halfway around the world. I've walked over halfway around the equator worth of walking. And I get assaulted all the time in stalks. So this, on another note, this path is pretty good. I have a few stalkers in the area, but it's not too bad. They're pretty much cowardly little fuckwits. Okay. Let's see. We got a nice crap coming along. Good. In this river to go down, because then I can cross the river. I can't believe the water we get every year. Wow. Water. So much water. Everything gets a good drink. Oh. And look, crafty people help make a bridge across here. That's good. This is actually a good mood for me, having pissed on myself already. Look at a nice little land bridge here. It needs it. Good job, people. Good job. Somebody really got going on that. I really appreciate it. Seriously, have a great week, month, year, day, now, and always. Thank you. It's a really good thing they did. In the last many miles of walking, last week or so, I've come across things. People are very smart, very industrious, who have created things, useful things for me, from a seat made out of stones, like a king's throne, to that bridge. I've seen other beautiful creations throughout my walks, and I love those people. I love you people. I love someone who can just see a stone and perch it somewhere, and it looks like an eagle from a distance. I mean, the things people see and do intuitively to show that the human subconscious, which is not really beneath any of us, is such a proud, wonderful lion that is fully connected to all the medicines of creation in the heavens of the earth. We should feel safe and sound. We never feel threatened as we walk about by anyone. And the fact that we have to, right, should only add to our worthiness as human beings. And our power to keep our home sound and safe forever, or more than forever. Yeah. You hear that? Work on their house. That person's always working on their house. If you're used to walking around here. Every year doing shit around the house. I'm gonna do shit right now. I wait every day. I love it. From Abbotsford who was shot or killed or something, and I revel in it. I revel in it. I'm like, yes, one down. You know? They die, they live in dishonor, they dishonor. There is no honor in being a police. None of sorts. There's no honor in it. And all you have to know is families. You tell me they have honor. Right? People with honor, they know inside. They know when you have honor. You know, or you don't, because people attack on you. They will hurt you because you're an honorable person. They'll feed on you because white people's idea, honorable, dishonest, honest. They don't know what these things are. White people don't know what honor is. Right? But the honorable ones usually are the ones that are attacked the most. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Why do they bug him? Because he sticks his nose up Santa's ass? Or because he's really the best? Like wolves will attack a young wolf that's supposed to be the leader of the pack. They attack the pack leader. When human families don't have enough leadership, they start attacking their own family members. They start attacking their own children. Because there's no lead signal. They've lost the sun, you see. All right, so we're back. I had nightmares. Again, I've had nightmares 3 times about the police in the last 2 or 3 weeks. What did I tell you? I've noticed that they, not anymore, but they were stalking me for a few days. Yeah. Why? Because I pointed out my awareness of local crime being committed that nobody was doing anything about. And what do you think that does to them? Okay? Because they control all the crime. They're the managerial system for crime. They'll put you in jail for a second, but these motherfuckers, they can do whatever they want. I've said for years, anyone who will do what they're told is a murderer. People are killed by their obedience. Other people are killed by your obedience. An order taker is an undertaker. An order taker is an undertaker. My first pitch. Doing good. A little bit of protein and meat in the system. Good. Beans and rice, good. Fat, good. Salt, good. Few chips, good. Police are piss ants. I might as well say piss ants. And I saw this car, it was a ghost vehicle near my home. And just they're near my home, they're on the highway, and I just feel like, yep, I know what you are. I know as an animal when I see a predator. Bears aren't my predators, cougars are not my predators. White women and retired white men and women are my predators, and the police are my predators. They are natural, they've become predators. You become a predator. Being an order taker, you become a predator. Everything in this world, every day of the calendar, tells you what to do. What would happen if it told you what to do? What if you could just follow your heart every day? Really? But yeah, I've met a lot of female and male sexual predators in my travel. They're all over the place. One day I'll write a more thorough kind of psychological survey of the white sexual predator, because they're more than you think. They're all over the place. They populate occupations like teachers, social workers, firemen, city workers, government workers, all kinds. Mostly female. Women are the sexually predatory gender on the earth. And then you can start to really cut out what you think about sexually predatory human behavior. And what's male sexual predators are female sexual predators producing male sexual predators. It's a disease, right? These men that feminists are claiming are such awful people, they're holding up your civilization while you kick them in the balls. They're holding up your fucking home while you kick them in the balls. They're the pillars of your fucking world while you kick them in the balls. You want to know what happened to your father? You fucking killed him. Your mother killed her, right? And she can't help herself. The only thing your father could have done is divorced her and gone 1,000 miles away. When women out there want to divorce your daddy, tell your daddy to leave. Tell him to get as far away from as possible. He's in danger. There's a guy I know, owns his own tow truck company, right? Imagine running your own company physically. Met a girl, young guy, young woman, buys a house, she becomes a clerk or a secretary in a lawyer's office, maybe a paralegal. Well, she starts conspiring with the lawyers in the office to divorce him and take his children and take everything from him and to get him to pay alimony, to keep her in the manner to which he's become. She can have everything and just get rid of him. Amazing. So the entire life he's built for her becomes his own death chamber. These stories are every. Why? Because women like to do this. But I don't completely blame women, right? You can look at the legal system. You could look at, well, who are the people that she's talking to and who don't mind helping her to ruin her own family, right? They have no honor, right? But what kind of shit has she been talking? Because women, like my own mother, will talk shit about me. And people will start to help her hate me. Oh, my son's do. Oh, well, you should do this. Oh, really? Yeah, you should do it. Right? That's how women talk. They never stop and think, oh, wait a second. I don't know. And women have all kinds of bitterness inside of them. And you have to watch it when they're talking because women talk a lot of shit. They talk a lot of shit. They're insane. I love my mother. Don't get me wrong. I love my mother. She has been there for me in many respects the last 2 years. I learned that. Because I've been there for her too. In the worst way. I've taken severe sexual domestic abuse since I was a child. Right? She did it to my dad, and then she did it to me. Right? And because of how she was raped when she was a child, she doesn't know what she's doing. And she'll never get charged for anything. And she'll never be conversant with what she's doing. It's just like any more than you think you would get charged for taking a piss in a toilet bowl. It's just habitual. It's just where the energy needs to go, and it's your fault. Right? That's a sexual predator. And I isolated this disease in my home. It's a very intelligent disease, and it branches out into many types of things. And you can feel it coming. So right now is a slow period. Everything's calmed down. And I'll say things to my mom, it's like since you stopped talking to Lindsay all the time, I don't have as many panic attacks anymore. And my sister stalks me as well, see? So I had the police stalking me and my sister. All of them think they're perfectly righteous. And all of them trying to use my mom to get to me. Isn't that amazing? Several predators in the local BC Transit Company. I don't even use the bus. All I did is complain about the dangerous and violent behavior of their staff to innocent men and their children, some of them of color, right? They don't like that, right? They don't like listening to the public. They think that the problems they create should be able to be solved with a 2-minute phone call when someone says, oh, don't worry about it. This has never happened before. That's how they're used to talking to people, right? That's how they're used to talking to the public, right? These people, they get their degrees in communications, and they get these sweetheart jobs. And they have a website where they say, we take public opinion, engage, and all it is a fucking survey. Answer multiple choice questions so you can have a voice in your local transit system. And none of it has to do with how you can improve the behavior of their staff, right? All of which is beyond question, right? So these socialist, communist, fascist democracies don't answer to you. And you're supposed to just take it, right? I don't take the bus anymore locally. It's improved my life, really. Everything in my life is improved. I haven't taken it for 2 years now, and it's improved my life immensely. I worked out my shock from the years of being abused by bus drivers, which took a while, because I was in shock from what I'd learned that to take the bus meant to agree to be abused by their staff. So $2.50 and whatever abuse they want to mete out to you. Can you imagine that? And how many other people? But shh, there's no other people. They only do it to you. And it only happens once. So get through the shock. I don't shop at most of the local groceries anymore. And I've gotten over the shock. I've been sexually assaulted in the hospital for the effects and debilitating effects of domestic abuse and sexual abuse. Right, so those types of people, male and female, are all over the place. And they always want to help you. You see, sociopaths and sexual predators always want to help you. You see, they care. They're kind of irritated if you look like someone who's a bit needy, even if you're not, and they project their needs onto you. And then, based on this irritation and this psychosis, they start to obsess over you. But they have no natural ability to share body language with you that indicates that they're not going to be harmful to you, right? Right? If you're going to come up to people and you think you're going to be their angel, you have to find out if they want you to come up to them first. If you think you want my dick in your pussy, you've got to think about whether or not I want your vagina in my life. Right, ladies? Because I might not want your stinky pussy in my life. I think your pussies are stinky. I think they're pretty fucking disgusting. And I'd be happy never to see one ever again. Right? I mean, you can't rape me anymore. Get the crotch rockets out away from me. Go ride a horse. Go buck a bronco. Go jump on a fence post. You know what I mean? Go get the dildo jumbo rhino special. But just leave fucking out of it. I'm so fucking angry at women. And the anger just goes because I get stalked by you. I get harassed. And you're full of shit. You don't know anything about anything. The girls don't know anything about life, or the world, or the earth. They never do anything creative or constructive with their lives. They get jobs in insurance agencies and sit on their ass and get fat on junk food all day. Second pitch. Through to the Atlantic Bridge. It's supposed to be, yesterday I said it's going to have a couple degrees warmer today. It's predicted to be 3 degrees more by noon.